secrets. To the best of my ability, I'll try to keep people's names safe, as long as they're helping me to turn this shit in. But if that's not what you're doing, I am not going to keep your name safe. Especially when trusting you ended me up in a much more unsafe situation. When your promises result in me being stuck in an unsafe situation, especially unsafe for my evidence. Yeah, I can't trust you. You know, this lady wanted me to get everything set up here in Oregon. I don't have a safe place here in Oregon. I need a place other than Tillamook because they've already fucked up so much in Tillamook. But now, getting established here, because this is the pressure that she wanted me to do. If I do this, she'll help me. Well, I did that. I did what she asked. I let her know, hey, you know what? If you don't follow through, it will screw me over. It will screw me over. Oh, Sean, I'm not going to do that. I promise. I promise. Or, of course, she says that she understands about PTSD, about being talked over, about friends and family throwing you away like you're trash. Promised she wasn't going to do that. And what did she do? Exactly that. But not only that, it cost me dearly. See, when you guys want to pressure me to do what you fucking want, if I do what you want, you promise you're going to help. You promise you're not going to screw me over. You promise my stuff is safe. Tabitha did that. She turned out to be full of shit and it fucked me over. Lanny Engeline did that. Turned out she was full of shit and it fucked me over. I'm trying to get help. Being talked over isn't help. Being told how to think and how to feel isn't help. Being interrupted while I'm trying to explain something important and you want to interrupt me all the fucking time. You don't let me finish. There's a point to what I'm saying. When I tell you, I don't know how to do this computer stuff. I'm trying. I've gone to lots of people who I paid money for that help. I paid a lot of money for people to help me to do that computer shit. Paid cash money to them. The point there is that those people took advantage of me. Now, she tells me that she won't do that. She won't do the things that they did, but she literally does the same things that they did. Tells me that I can trust her. Promises that she's going to help. Promises that she's going to listen. She even says the right thing and tells me that it needs to be about me. But then it doesn't end up being about me. I don't get to explain to her, hey, there's a reason I'm telling you this shit. Because when I say, hey, I have tried to do this electronic stuff that you're asking me to do. I've tried with many others. The point is that I've been trying. See, all of this shit is based off the idea that I'm some schizophrenic who never made any fucking effort. I made every fucking effort. I jumped through Vicki Raine's fucking hoops for false fucking promises. I'm supposed to accept and understand that she has her own traumas. I did. I did my best to follow the boundaries that she set, but she did not do her best to follow my boundaries because here's the thing. I explained to her that if I move all my shit out of storage, move it into her garage, I still have to have access to it. I explained to her that trying to get my vehicle all legal and everything here, it's going to cost a lot of fucking money. And of course, she says that she'll pay it, and she would have already if we'd gone up there that first day and done it. But instead, we got the temporary one. She actually went in with me. See, that's the thing. She did things, but those things need to be in court. Turning in the hospital, she wanted to call the hospital and turn it into the hospital. Are you fucking shitting me? See, here's the thing that she didn't want to pay any attention to. The point here is that I can't function because I'm stuck in an unsafe situation. Now, rather than recognizing that it's an unsafe situation and working accordingly, what we're doing is what she wants. And then when she doesn't follow through and it fucks me over, what am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do? Her anxieties, her trauma, her PTSD. I gotta try to be mindful and watchful and walk on eggshells over that. I messaged her this morning and I let her know how I feel. I had to do it in Messenger. A man is not allowed to speak. He's not allowed. If he's abused, you're going to make every excuse to look the other way. Now, Vicki Raine did more than I expected her to do. That much is true. But the other thing is that Vicki Raine telling me about her personal problems as reasons why she can't do things, well, those personal problems do have to go public. I am subject to the abuses of the public. Over slander that was told to the public and repeatedly told to the public. Now, when I explained it to her, she thought she understood. She kept on interrupting me to tell me that she understood. And then the other day, she gets a hold of me to let me know that she hadn't understood. I know. It's because you were too busy arguing because you already know. You're too busy telling me that you already know. Too busy telling me you already know. I'm worried about the safety of my things over at her house. The thing is that you need to listen to the victim, not talk over the victim, not tell the victim what to do, not make empty promises of if they do this and they do that. Because when you don't fucking follow through, it fucks them over. Did she stop to imagine the amount of time that I invested in believing her? I had to invest in believing a stranger because my friends and family didn't give a shit to come forward. So I got to go to somebody else to try to get that person to verify the evidence, to verify that it does exist, and help me to fucking turn it in. Now she says, oh, Sean, I've been through this before. I know about the runaround. No, you don't. No, you don't. Otherwise, you'd have known a lot of this shit to begin with. I don't hate Vicki, not by a long shot. I feel that she wanted to do the right thing. I feel as if her own health issues, as she has stated, get in the way. Which is why I state very loudly and clearly, yeah, she's got a lot of fucking medical issues, and she did let me know about them. Now, unlike many of these other pieces of shit who wanted to use illness as an excuse to dip out, which is what they did, by the way. They lied to me repeatedly, and then, of course, I'm supposed to feel sorry for them because they're sick. Really? See, that's one good thing about Vicki Raine that I can't say about these other people. Something I can say about myself, too. Just because she was sick doesn't mean she made zero effort. She didn't use her being sick as an excuse to make zero effort. She did make efforts. Unfortunately, the efforts that we made were in the direction that she wanted to do things. If I want help, I'm stuck in a subservient position. Now, this lady, just like everybody else, thinks that I'm retarded and that she's to take the lead. No, 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 no. You need to listen to the victim, not interrupt them, not talk over them, not tell them you got 10,000 other things going on. If you apportion the time to listen, then listen. If you say you're going to make the appointment, then either show up to the appointment, or if you can't, let them know that you're not able to. And she at least did that. See, she treated me with far better respect than most people. But also, I can't explain what's going on because we're trying to go off in whatever direction that she wants. Oh, we need to focus on this, Sean. We need to focus on that. No, you need to shut up and listen. You need to stop having me jump all over the place. I can't fucking handle that. This is a very complicated situation. When you ask me a question, and I am talking about 2016, where all this shit started, and you ask me a question, right? Well, that question is probably a no at that point. It might possibly be a yes later on. But then again, you need to pay attention so that you know. When you say you're going to advocate for somebody, that means you have to fucking speak for them. When somebody is called mentally ill, we're supposed to get an advocate because nobody's going to fucking believe us because of the mentally ill tag. So she gets a lot of stuff wrong because she interrupts in the middle of me trying to explain something. Then I have to start over trying to explain it. I have to start over because she will PTSD off into the middle of fucking nowhere. Or she will go OCD on some fucking topic that's unrelated or that's not important. Obviously, I'm not angry because she's some sort of an evil person. I'm angry because the help that I needed versus the help that she promised. Well, yeah, she promised me the help I need. But we didn't do any of those things. We didn't do any of those things. We did only the things that she wanted. We called the places that she wanted. She finally almost stopped to understand the last time I was over there trying to work on it. Almost. She wants me to do a bunch of shit out here that I'm not fucking capable of doing. These are the things that she said I could do at her house. Well, now I can't do those things at her house. I have to fucking wait all weekend long. There's a lot of shit I could be doing all weekend long. I can't fucking do it because I gotta wait. I can't do it out here. You know, even if she called me up and said, hey, you can come and get your evidence and take it with you. I've got evidence in here. I just don't have anything I can fucking do with it. It's going to take hours and hours and hours and hours just to go through that shit. That's the thing. I don't have a place to do this shit. I don't have actual fucking help doing it. See, it's a matter of turning this shit in. If you're going to tell me that you're too sick to do the job, you are too sick to keep your word, you're too busy, you've got too much of your own shit going on, then you need to help me to turn that information in too, so I don't have to go fucking public with it. If you try to help me turn that information in, I don't have to tell the whole fucking world your personal shit. Transparency. I tell what I'm doing and what I'm going through, and I tell the truth about it. See, that's the problem. Sean, you need to do this, and you need to do that, and you need to do this, and you need to do that, and you need to think this, and you need to think that. No, I fucking don't. And when you don't keep your fucking promise, I am not obligated to keep your fucking secrets. People are dead. I don't give a fuck about your secrets. I will tell every goddamn secret that you have. Never trust an adult who asks you to keep secrets. When people make promises to get you to do something, and you do that something and they don't keep their fucking word and it fucks you, you have every right to be angry and every right to speak up. She had good intentions, sure, but she had a bunch of fucking assumptions too, and they got in the way. No, I'm not posting her name up in or her phone number up in public. She didn't fucking scam me. She didn't go out of her way to fuck me intentionally. Life happens. The other thing is, when she says she's only going to help me with the hospital shit, you fucked me. Your help fucked me over. Your empty promises fucked me over. Not keeping your promises fucked me over. Jumping through the hoops that you wanted me to jump through to get the help that I need fucked me over. I jumped through your hoops. I did what you wanted. I got to learn all sorts of shit about you, because although you would go off on a tangent about your stuff that you've already told me on multiple occasions, and then at the end you say, I'm sorry, we need to make it about you. You're right. You're right. We do need to make it about me. When I'm telling you what's going on and you get an OCD, oh, it's story time thing, that's frustrating for me. That doesn't mean I hate you. It means that is frustrating for me. I'm trying to get you to fucking pay attention. Pay attention to the victim. Pay attention to the victim. Listen to the victim. Your opinions don't fucking matter. Don't interrupt them with your fucking opinions. Don't interrupt them repeatedly to tell them that you understand, you understand, you understand. You should be listening. If you're going to tell me that you've got cancer, but you're going to try to help me, and then you want to repeatedly interrupt me to tell me that you got cancer, you got cancer, you got cancer. I know. I know. I know. I'm working around your schedule. I'm working around your disabilities. I'm working around your time frame to the best of my ability. To the best of my ability. See, that's one of the things about somebody with trauma, getting help from somebody with trauma in a house. Well, that person has a safe environment. They have a safe environment. Far safer than out on the streets. There's no connection there between what she's going through and what a male has to go through during this shit. See, what I needed her to do was look at evidence, and when we call these places, verify I'm telling the truth. That's what I need. Someone to actually fight for my rights. And that starts with showing the fucking truth. It starts with finding out about the abuse. But she won't. I can't explain it to her without being interrupted or having her tell me, oh, well, I can do that. The point isn't that you're able to do it or not. I'm telling you about my experiences with trying to get help. It's got nothing to fucking do with you. The point here is that I did make the effort and that I have been harmed as if I didn't. Not whether or not you're able to. Whether or not you're able to makes no difference. If you don't have the time for these things, you don't have the time, whether you're able to do so or not. If you don't have the time, it doesn't fucking help me in the least bit. And then when you want to change your mind, when I'm now in a situation where I am dependent upon you for the safety of my evidence, not a fucking chance in hell that I'm going to keep any of this shit secret. Your phone number's not going up for everybody in the world to see. Not yet, anyway. That evidence is what matters, not my life. If I end up getting screwed over because I had to trust her, yeah, her number will go up. Her phone number absolutely will go up. See, the difference between whether or not you're a scammer really does come down to whether or not you keep your word. Did you take advantage of the person? Did you gain control of their assets through false means and false promises? Did you say you were going to gain access to all of their stuff because you said you were going to help them how they needed? And then once you have access to all of their things, once they are dependent upon you and have to be afraid of the destruction or theft of their property if they speak up, oh, holy shit. That's not help. That's the opposite. That is worse. I do feel more liberal about driving around because I got the permit thing in my back window. It's going to expire on the 21st. I don't have the money to live on for a month. My money is not enough for me to live on any month because I live homeless. Homelessness is fucking expensive. Being forced to live in a fucking car is expensive. Having to do all this shit from a fucking car is fucking impossible. When people want to shove their trauma in your face after saying they're not gonna, and then over and over and over again they do. I understand. I heard you the first time. Do you understand I heard you the first time? I did hear you the first time. When I tried explaining that these things that have happened to me, these crimes committed against me, this harm that has happened, needs to be turned in. I'm being treated like I made it all up. I need you to look at it and verify it. If I tell you that Cora Bowers threatened to fucking, well, all sorts of shit from British Columbia, then yes, she actually did those things from British Columbia. Oh, by the way, she's not from British Columbia. Cora Bowers is from Nova Scotia. She's one of many, many, many predators who wanted to harass me and threaten me. And I get treated like I'm schizophrenic for saying it. I get treated like I'm a nut job for trying to turn it in. I get blown off. The safety issues of me establishing myself here in Tillamook are immense. It was the wrong decision to make. I made that based on an empty promise. If I'm working on something and you want to tell me a story about yourself, keep in mind that you're preventing me from getting any fucking work done. When you want to make everything fucking impossible for me, when you can't listen to the videos or watch the videos, you need it in a transcript. Okay, well, there's no fucking transcript of the mandated reporting video. What do you want me to say? I'm sorry? I mean, I could look through PDFs and try to fucking get that shit to you, but you can look that up same as I can. So why am I busy looking all of that shit up? Why am I busy looking that shit up instead of showing you evidence and turning it in? And there's these folks who want to keep on telling me I should move somewhere else. Bitch, don't fucking tell me that shit. That's what most people's idea of help is. I need to move elsewhere. Now, at least Vicki Raine didn't do that to me. Well, did you ever think about moving? I've moved over 40 times since Natalie was killed. Now, Vicki Raine, she said that she moved up here because there was a situation in Texas and her brother got killed by the police. Yeah, that'd give you some fucking trauma. Of course, was she accused of shooting him? Was she accused of killing her brother? No, she wasn't. She has no fucking clue what this is like. Was she accused of raping or molesting her brother? She said she had to move here to get away and that her family wanted to talk her out of moving here. Sometimes you just need to get away from the people who are doing horrible shit to you. But that's the thing, is that I'm an at-risk adult, and I am fucking homeless, and homeless people are fucking hunted by law enforcement across the entire country. There is zero respect for human beings that end up being victimized into fucking homelessness. I finally got help after living homeless nearly my entire adult life, or having to live with people who took advantage of me, right? But it's a subservient environment. My stuff is over at Vicki Raine's, but it's not safe there. It's not. And because she's not going to help me take care of the safety issues here in Tillamook, establishing myself here in Tillamook is a bad fucking idea. I don't have any advocates here. I don't have anybody here who's going to actually fucking help me with that. When a crime is committed against me, everybody in town has shown they don't give a fuck. When there's missing people in this town, people blow you off. They don't give a shit. You know, you'd think that if somebody was missing, people would take it fucking seriously. Do they? No, they don't. Your intentions are not what's on trial here. Your intentions, matter of fact, don't matter. There are the events that happened and the events that did not. Your opinions don't matter. If somebody punches me in the face and I'm supposed to come to you for help, when I'm punched in the face, and I come to you when I'm punched in the face, and you want to tell me a bunch of fucking stories about yourself, or try to convince me that I need to call 40 other places other than well, when you're punched in the face, what am I supposed to do when I'm punched in the face? I'm supposed to ask my bully to stop and tell him how it makes me feel. That's right. Isn't that fucking hilarious? The thing is, the hospital thing, she's dragging her ass, dragging her feet. We could have gotten started on this and, well, not the first day, but the second day we for surely could have. She wanted to give me her background. All right, well, we got your background. Well, then she wants to give me refreshers on her background. Yes, I heard you the first 30 times. Okay, we've established what you're able to do and what you're not able to do, where your experience is and where it's not. So now that we've got that information, let's work with it. In order to get her help, I have to make certain reparations. There are things that I'm not comfortable doing. I'm not comfortable going and putting all of my stuff over at a stranger's house. The only reason I did that is because I was promised access to it and the ability to work on my stuff. Well, now it's a pain in the ass to even get to my stuff. Vicky's not able to do anything until 11 o'clock on Monday, so I'm going to be going over there at 11 o'clock on Monday. She wanted to make sure that her personal information, like her phone number and everything, isn't released, that it's not in any of those videos. It's in quite a few of the videos, actually, but they're not posted up publicly. It's in a few of the audio recordings I got too, but they're not posted up publicly. I also told her that she can have access to those recordings anytime she wants. She can listen to the recordings between me and her so that she knows what was said and what wasn't. Also, if my words don't come together perfectly, instead of making an argument about how one of those words wasn't the right one, bringing it to my attention is helpful. Thank you for bringing it to my attention. Don't bring it up over and over and over and over and over again. I already know I messed up. I'm aware that my words didn't come out perfectly. You're aware that the more stressed out I am, the less likely they are to work out. So if you stress me out by not listening, by talking about yourself, by making assumptions or projecting your assumptions with your suggestions, that's the problem. I'm not retarded. I don't need Vicki to take the reins. I don't need her to lead. I need her to speak. If she's not able to do these things because of her illnesses, these people need to know. The powers that be, Adult Protective Services needs to know this, that I am having to depend on another, obviously disabled person. A disabled person whose disabilities prevent her from being able to help. If your disabilities prevent you from being able to help and are going to drag it out for an entire fucking month on something that I am supposed to, as I have repeated probably 100 times to her, step 1, I go to my friends or family. Step 2, we turn it in. Now, the argument here is who it needs to go to, because everybody says that it's not their job. Well, for certainly, the wrong thing to do is to try to turn it into your predators. What that allows them to do is take steps to prevent you from turning it in and take steps to cut you off from having access to the evidence. Liking you is not the fucking problem. Trusting you is. I don't give a fuck about your excuses. And they are excuses. See, my predators pretend I never tried to get help. It's not that I didn't try to get help. It's that I got to deal with a bunch of people who think they know better than the fucking victim. I got to deal with a whole bunch of people who want to argue and talk about themselves. You know, there's training aids to teach you not to be a fucking asshole to a victim. They teach you not to talk over them. They teach you that talking about your personal experiences is not generally helpful. Most of the time it's not. A lot of the time it's harmful. If your daughter comes to you and she says to you, hey, I was just raped, and you want to go off on 1969 when you were graduating high school, and some girl that you went to high school was raped. Oh yeah, there was a girl in 1969, she went through a similar thing. You know, it's no big thing, just blow it off. Just ignore it. Just don't go around him. Did I ever tell you about the time that I had a rapist that lived next door and the cops came and arrested him? Jesus fucking Christ, how does that help? Go to friends or family, turn it in. Go to friends or family, turn it in. Now, because I didn't have an advocate or any actual help here, the police did a lot of fucked up shit. The homeless did a lot of fucked up shit. The mandated reporters that I had to go to blew me the fuck off. Vicki says she'll drive me to appointments and she'll go to appointments with me. No, she won't. No, she won't. We can't even set up the appointments. She did take me down to the DMV, and she might go down to the DMV with me again. She might keep her word, at least to get my vehicle legal. But the other thing is, I'm now stuck here in Tillamook. I'm stuck here with no fucking support network. I am stuck here without help. I am stuck in the same unsafe position that I needed help getting out of. And now I am stuck here in Tillamook, Oregon. I can't go to the police or the fucking hospital. Did she stop to understand I live in a car in a fucking parking lot? I can't function because I am stuck in fucking public. I am stuck with every goddamn nut job that is walking around at 2 o'clock in the morning, methed out of their fucking guard.